Welcome to the Flat Track Factory. Today we're going to talk about target fixation. What is target fixation? Why is it bad? And if it's so bad, why do we all do it? Stick around and I'll offer some strategies that may help us avoid it. All right, let's jump in. According to Wikipedia, target fixation is an intentional phenomenon observed in humans in which an individual becomes so focused on an observed object that they inadvertently increase their risk of colliding with that object. And then it goes on to reference some history of it being noticed in World War II during strafing and fighter bomber runs, in speed sports like auto racing and motorcycle racing. So it's something that affects us. It's a human condition. It's not something that we want to do necessarily. It's just the nature of the way our brains and eyes interact. We're attracted to something that's moving in a strange sort of way. It's just not always helpful when we are in the racing environment. So, how do you avoid it? Well, it's pretty simple. Look ahead. Look where you're going. That's all over the internet, all over articles. But I'd like to offer a little more with 4 relatively simple practice drills that you can incorporate to practice being successful. Because we tend to do under stress what we have practiced over and over. We have a bad human habit of looking at a target, looking somewhere we don't want to go, particularly in a stressful situation. So we're going to override that with a new skill set, a new habit developed over time. The first thing we need to establish is when we're at race pace at 10/10ths, our attention bandwidth is maxed out. So we're going to try to practice some new skills that is not innate to us necessarily. So we must gain back some of that maxed out bandwidth so we can add the ability to think about what we're thinking about, to look at what we're looking at, and then consider the options. So we're going to practice these drills in a safer environment at 8/10ths or maybe 9/10ths. That way we cannot have the tunnel vision associated with riding at the maximum effort. 10/10ths causes tunnel vision, and this is a vision drill, we need to be able to back up and look at the wider world. So we're going to train at a lower level. So practice drill number 1. First thing we're going to do is reduce our pace. All of these exercises are assuming that we're in a safer, non-competitive practice environment. Can anyone say XR 100? For those of you that haven't seen some of my other videos, this ties into a video it's called XR 100 Makes Everyone Faster. So maybe I'll put a link down in the description, or you can click on the Flat Track Factory channel. You can go find some of these videos. But one of the reasons that many of us really enjoy the XR 100 for training is it's at a reduced pace, and that allows more mental bandwidth to train and incorporate new things. So, drill number 1. Notice where your attention lies. Look at what you're looking at. Is it your front tire? Is it the racer right in front of you? This is the first sign of a problem. So we're going to, in order to be able to generate that extra bandwidth for practice drill number 1, the first thing we're going to do is take a deep breath. We need to relax. Then we are going to pretend like we're holding on to baby chicks. The little baby chicks cannot be squeezed. We must hold the baby chicks very gently. We're going to ride so we don't squeeze the baby chicks. This physical relaxation is connected to your mind and will allow you to calm yourself so we can look at the bigger picture rather than being hyper-focused on a target. Then we are going to dramatically increase the target of our vision. Again, if we're looking at our front tire, we're going to look 3 bike lengths ahead. If we're looking 2 bike lengths ahead, we're going to look 6, etc. We're going to ride laps continuously advancing our vision target and see how that feels. Practice drill number 2. Ride with a buddy nose to tail at a reduced pace. You might want to let them in on this so they know what you're doing. Notice where your vision is. Increase it. Repeat this over and over. Riding with your buddy, looking at where you're looking, forcing yourself to look ahead. You're going to use a reference point and catalog that mentally at every point of the lap. At turn 1 and 2, when you begin to pick up the gas, you're going to notice where you're looking at. Then you're going to increase that. So at this reduced pace, with your buddy nose to tail, you're going to practice adjusting your reference points and noting your reference points. You're going to watch the racer in front of you with peripheral vision, not your direct sight line. Back to drill number 3. Plan your exit strategy for the incident in front of you. Sooner or later, there's going to be an incident in front of it. We don't know when it's going to happen. The racetrack, in the corner where most incidents occur, the track cleans itself. You're leaned over, they're leaned over, you're on a radius cornering. If somebody loses grip or has an incident and stands up, you're at the maximum cornering. They're at the maximum cornering. If you weren't, you'd be going faster, and so were they. So once they stand it up or lift their tires off the ground in the event of a low side or whatever the incident is, the track is going to tend to clean itself. The two of you are going to be riding in this way. The incident will happen. You're going to be looking ahead, and the track will clean itself. So this is the first thing that we're going to think about is plan your exit strategy. So always realize that the person in front of you is about to fall over. What's your exit strategy? You want to maybe back up and move out just a little bit, or make sure that you're tucked in, but always be ready basically to turn left. Notice how you see things happening sooner this way because you're looking ahead. All right, practice drill number 4 is not necessarily something you need the racetrack for, or even a motorcycle. You're going to do these vision drills, these reference point drills, this peripheral vision drills on the road, in your car, if you ride in the street on a motorcycle, on your motorcycle. You're going to do it in the grocery store when you're walking around, maybe when you're at the mall. I don't know, people go to the mall anymore? Are there still malls? This is going to be a new habit that you're going to practice on a regular basis. It's going to become part of you, part of your racing strategy that can be practiced for free at all times, particularly in traffic on the highway. High speeds. You can get used to this by watching body language. Even in a car, you can watch body language. We're not going to watch the car in front of us. We're going to watch them with our peripheral vision. We're going to look 2-3 cars ahead. Repetition is a key to learning. We need to do this over time. We need to have available bandwidth to introduce something new, to be able to think about what we're thinking about, to look at what we're looking at, catalog those things, and then make reference points and continually expand our vision. So we're no longer looking through a straw. We want to be looking with our wider vision. So let me know what you think. As always, write your comments down there, and I'd like to have a discussion about it. About now, YouTube is going to put up somewhere over here maybe a video that it thinks from the Flat Track Factory channel that you might want to check out. And then down here is the button for subscription. So if you're not subscribed, maybe consider signing in. If you like the video, sign in. If you don't have an account, make an account, sign in, and hit the like button. That helps content like this be visible. Thanks for watching.